So the FN SCAR family, the product itself, it's a very mature product which was launched on the market in the mid of the years 2000, initially for special forces. So they have more facilities to test and to develop together with us. We based our design on user experience, user needs, and initially we had a product range of assault rifles in 2 standard NATO calibers, 5.56 and 7.62 NATO, that could both be combined with a grenade launcher 40mm low velocity. So what we see on the table here is on the left-hand side FN SCAR-L 5.56, we call it SCAR Light. Then on the right-hand side is the SCAR Heavy, for heavy caliber. It's not a heavy weapon. In fact, between both calibers, there's almost no weight difference. But of course, the ammunition itself, the 7.62 round, is a more heavy round. It's a more, it has more stopping power and reach. It is based on M16 M4 platform. So somebody who's used to that kind of weapon system will find the firing selector, the magazine catch on the same spot. Slide stop as well. It's on the left-hand side of the weapon. The main difference with the M16 M4 platform is the functioning of the weapon with a piston system and no direct gas system, which make the SCAR much more reliable in adverse conditions. On either of these weapons is a free-floating barrel system. So that's a design that makes it as accurate as a weapon can be. Free-floating barrel means that the barrel itself is attached to the receiver at the barrel extension area only, and in the front it is free to move. So there's less influence of vibrations, of heat development during the shooting on accuracy. So the barrel, as you can see here, it's attached with 6 screws. On a user level, it can be removed and changed for a shorter or a longer barrel. So even there's no requirement for specific tools. It's not an armorer's job. It's a user himself who could decide which barrel would be most appropriate for the kind of operation he has to do. On the barrel itself, you have a gas regulator. The gas regulator allows, in this case, the operator to adapt from standard setting to the same rifle with the same or similar ammunition, but the weapon fitted with a sound suppressor. We have an extruded aluminium receiver, which is a metal link between the optic that can be fitted onto the rail and the barrel. So there's no plastics, there's nothing that will be affected by heat, whether it's the environment or intensive shooting. So there's nothing as reliable as a metal receiver. Also, we have integrated Picatinny rails, which are directly machined on the top. Added Picatinny rails on either side of the weapon and a lower Picatinny rail. So 360-degree possibility to add accessories to the weapon. And at the back of the rifle we can find the buttstock, of course. In this case it's the standard assault rifle type buttstock, which is adjustable in length. It has an adjustable cheek piece and it can be folded to the side of the weapon. Even with the buttstock folded, in whatever setting it was before, the weapon can fire without any stoppages. Also, on M16 M4 type weapons, you will find the cocking handle on top of the buttstock, forcing you to get out of the shooting position to cock the weapon. On the FN SCAR, the cocking handle can be found on the side of the weapon. The weapons here have it mounted on the left-hand side, but it can be fitted on user level after a simple field stripping to the right-hand side of the weapon. To do that kind of modification to the weapon or for a field stripping, you do not need any single tool, and there are no small components that can be lost. Ejection is on one side only, but we have a case deflector on the side, so even a left-hand shooter is not in an uncomfortable position with the ejection to the right-hand side. FN can supply the firearms, the firearm alone, or when the customer requires the accessories as well, we can offer a full package of the weapon fully equipped with optics, with grips and bipods or different kinds of buttstocks. On this table you can see different accessories that can be fitted onto the SCAR and different configuration possibilities. With the FN SCAR, we aimed at offering a completely modular weapon system, including different types of buttstocks, different configurations of lower receivers, and then all of the accessories that a user would require on his weapon, depending on the type of unit or the type of operation that has to be done. So with the experience of the FN SCAR assault rifle version in 5.56 and 7.62, we also developed different types of weapons, different platforms with either a shorter overall length, making them ideal for close quarter combat, and also designated marksman type weapons that will have increased accuracy and further reach. Here we see the FN SCAR-SC subcompact version, which is, as you can see, for the controls, for the handling, identical to the assault rifle version, but on a more compact receiver and most of the time a shorter barrel as well. The FN SCAR-SC is marked multi-caliber. It is available in two different calibers, the 5.56, so standard NATO ammunition, but of course it's fully compatible with police type rounds as well, and the .300 round, also called 7.62 by 35, which is a heavier projectile with a bit more stopping power on shorter ranges, and it also exists in subsonic and supersonic type. The weapon itself can adapt easily to the subsonic and supersonic. It's on a user level, and only one switch has to be done to make the weapon perfectly reliable with either type of ammunition, or to combine the ammunition type with a suppressor fitted onto the weapon. Again, suppressor can be mounted without the need of any specific tools. Within the FN SCAR family, we have the assault rifles, the subcompact carbine, the designated marksman rifle, but also a 40mm grenade launcher, which can be fitted either under the weapon, so underslung, and a standalone version. So it's always the same grenade launcher body, which can be seen here, but fitted with a different trigger group to adapt it to the magazine well of the hosting weapon. The grenade launcher itself, fully operational, weighs about 1.2 kilos. So here, by adding minimal weight to the weapon system, you have two weapons combined. It's a 40mm low velocity grenade launcher. There are plenty of different ammunition types available, which is in fact a difficulty for the user, because every type of grenade has different ballistics. In order to remove it from the rifle, it just requires two levers to be opened, and then it can be removed and you're back to the original configuration of the rifle itself. The grenade launcher is so built under the weapon in the underslung position. Specific to the FN design, it's at the same finger, so that operates the standard rifle. Just had to switch downwards to have access to the trigger unit of the grenade launcher. There is a manual safety, which can be switched safe or fire position easily without moving the hand of the shooter. There is a lever on the left-hand side of the grenade launcher in order to open. The barrel assembly slides forward, and you can insert a grenade either by pivoting to left or right-hand side. This allows longer grenade types to be chambered. To close, simply pull the barrel back, and now it is ready to fire. Safety removed, pull the trigger. The trigger is a double action trigger, so it's cocking the firing pin and releasing it. You do not need to open and close the grenade launcher in order to cock the firing pin, as it is the case on many other designs. The mechanical side of the grenade launcher can be fitted on the Picatinny rail of the rifle. It's foldable, so compact, and easy to unfold to be immediately ready for shooting, and it has graduations, settings for different distances, which are for the user to estimate. In order to cope with that, we developed the FN fire control unit that can be fitted either on our grenade launcher and our rifle with grenade launcher, but also fully compatible with any weapon, so grenade launcher that has a top Picatinny rail. It's very easy for the user to use this system. He presses on one button while keeping the reticle on his target, and the moment when he releases that button, all is measured.